welcome y'all to our very first episode of The Session, okay? As y'all can see, we have some new things going on, okay? We have us a new set. We also have, we rebranded, so of course, new name, new logo, new feel, new vibes, same old energies, and same old hot topics. Alright, and so before we even get started, as you all can see, we used to have our ballet, but this time, we turning up for real. And we got some cocktails, y'all. So tell us what's in our drink, girl.
So this session is the catch-up session. It's been a while since I kicked it with my girls. So, you know, we're going to do a little catching up, you know. So we're going to talk about what's in our cup. I don't know what y'all drinking. We some tequila, honeys. We prefer a little tequila.
Got to have tequila.
So, today, I normally drink my tequila straight. You know, I normally do just a little ice. But today I decided to jazz it up a little bit. I got a splash of grapefruit juice and just a little bit of Sprite.
Have it on the fries.
Catch up.
And I have tequila, grapefruit, and Sprite.
Alright, same.
Well, I
It's
had.
bomb mix. It's a bomb mix.
She got it started.
Alright, well, let's have a toast to an amazing episode, ladies. Episode 1
Welcome back.
of The Session. Welcome back. Alright, so let's just catch up since this is our first episode of the season. Y'all, also I forgot to tell y'all that we will no longer be doing seasonal shows. We will be doing annual or pretty much monthly at this point. 1 episode per month to start. And then if you all want to see us more, you absolutely can. So just tap in, let us know, okay?
We also have a YouTube channel now. The episodes will be on YouTube. And if you want to, get on the show, you will have that exposure as well. Hit us up on our YouTube channel. Hit us up on Instagram. We have our email listed. We would love to have you as a guest.
Yes, and we are definitely open to bookings and hostings as well. So that information is also on the podcast page. It is THESESSION.PODSHOW, okay? All right, so ladies, since we're catching up, what was a pivotal moment for y'all this year? What was like something like a major event in y'all life, or just a major overall event that happened this year that really just shifted your world, changed the game for you?
I would say I did my first pop-up. That was my first pivotal thing. So I've been wanting to do one for a long time. And it was amazing. I did like the back to school thing. So I'm looking forward to doing another one. And definitely looking forward to tapping into some new barbershops too.
Absolutely.
Okay. I was pretty proud of you for that. That was a big ass.
Congratulations on that.
I'm definitely looking forward to my next one.
Yes. As are we. Be on the lookout for that. Share.
Always making moves in the community. You're doing your thing.
For me, I have a couple. I haven't gotten with like all of my siblings in a really long time, and this summer was lit because everybody was home. Everybody was ready to do their thing and be outside.
Absolutely.
Outside.
That was the theme of the summer.
Outside.
We
outside.
Truly. And taking EMT classes, like taking that serious.
Yes.
And finishing that. Haven't got my cert yet, on the way though. But that was pretty huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you've been talking about that for years. Like, she always talked about,
Saving lives.
saving lives.
And bringing in new
and bringing
lives.
it,
Yes.
and delivering babies.
Forever.
So I'm
Yes.
glad we do.
So I feel like my pivotal moment, I feel like honestly, was taking a real estate class.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it kind of helped me to like lock in with something and like want something. I don't know, you have regular jobs, and yes, we have our business, beauty is one thing, but real estate is always something that seems so big to me, and to just jump in and attack it, that felt pretty damn good.
Yeah, and it's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's truly an accomplishment.
Yeah.
And it's big bucks ahead.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, I think that was pretty much my pivotal moment as well. Finally passing my real estate exam. So I actually studied real estate in Maryland 2 years ago, right, like during the pandemic, and I don't know, Maryland is no joke. I don't, just heads up for the people who are trying to do real estate in Maryland. It's so hard, but that's always something that I wanted to do, and I'm ready to make it happen. So at least the new year can come in with something that I've always pretty much wanted to do, a goal that I didn't think that I would finally make it through. So 2 years later, here we are.
Big
So
congratulations.
Thank
the
over
ladies in
this
the
shit.
room
Yeah.
doing their motherfucking thing.
And then it was also too for me, kind of leaving my 9 to 5 officially and just like jumping out there. Of course, I still do like my government contracting and stuff like that, but overall, I'm just out there and it feels good. But there are some ups and downs to both sides of the field, which I've always been in battle with too. But I'm kind of proud of where I'm at with things, so that's a big step. I can't complain.
Yes, wonderful. I love that.
It's not gonna work.
I'm gonna let it go.
Please.
I'm gonna let it go. Sorry, y'all.
Well, we can hop right on into our next topic. So, I had this debate going on. I feel like I've probably been in so many barbershops and had this conversation. But I've had some really, really interesting responses. So, I'm going to ask each of you, what would be your definition of a bad bitch?
Okay. I think a bad bitch is a woman who knows what she wants. She just gets out there. She gets to it. You know, she's not too worried about, you know, what people think, what people say. You know, she's just out here handling her business and, you know, growing in whatever she's doing, building, you know, and making ends meet at the same damn time and looking good, feeling good while doing it. I mean, not every day is going to be a good day, but, you know, just holding it down while you making shit happen. That's a bad bitch.
I would like second that and say like it doesn't necessarily. I wouldn't just bring it down to just gender because a bad bitch don't have to just be a female.
Okay.
Like I mean, we got some transgenders out here, but I feel like you wouldn't call a man a bad bitch though.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
I mean,
So I guess
some
it is
men-
just for us females and as well and all the bad bitches. I guess.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's a lot of bad bitches whoever considers themselves a
A
bad
bad
bitch.
bitch.
Yeah, I think it's a feeling more so too.
Yeah, it's a feeling. It's
That confidence.
Yeah, it's a
that
confidence.
It's your Diddy Bop.
Yeah.
and it's how you moving in this world. Somebody who when I think about like a picture of a bad bitch in a dictionary, don't get me wrong, yes, I do believe I'm a bad bitch, but I believe Drika stands out to me in so many ways.
Okay.
Like she has risen above anything that like comes at her. She is about her business. She's making her money, and she's floating through so gracefully and so beautifully. Like I feel like not allowing the world to interfere with your bubble and who you are and how you feel about yourself is the
Come on,
baddest fucking shit
sister.
you can ever come through with.
Run to the back.
Yes, I love it.
So I feel like all of your definition of a bad bitch is pretty much how, like us women, that's how we look at it, right? Okay, so I came across one person who didn't look at it that way.
Okay.
He felt like a bad bitch was ghetto, like the term of it seemed ghetto. So he felt like a better term for someone on their shit was a thorough bitch instead of a bad bitch.
I do like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I like that.
Because then he
That's
felt like a
not
bad
like
bitch
a
is all about like
man,
looks
though.
and attention and like wanting
But
people to notice them all the time.
That's the stigma that
It
he's
is,
tied into.
and that's the reason why he felt like it's ghetto.
Well,
So he
but
said-
outside of the stigma, do you think it could also be the generation that he's in? Is he an older man? Is he like in his
No,
40s maybe? Because
They're about the same age.
in a certain time frame back then, I would say maybe a little before our generation, bad bitches was the ones that was like in the Uncle Luke's videos.
See,
and
and
the
I-
ones. They was the bad bitches. They was back in day out here. It was cutting up. You know, they was running the streets wild. Like,
Very true.
you know,
But this everything we're saying is subjective as hell. Like it's your
Yeah.
definition.
It is.
It's up to your definition.
It
That's
is.
his
Yeah.
definition.
And that's what I think too. I think it's your perception of it, like
exactly.
what you think it is. So I don't feel like there is a wrong definition of it. I mean,
No,
it was
but
very
at the same
different that
time,
he
I
had
think-
that.
Thorough
Yeah, I would-
means. I mean, for me, when you say a thorough chick, I think of like a hard chick.
Yeah,
and
rough.
I feel like now we're living in our soft woman era, and we're not trying to be thorough. We're not trying to be your ride or dies because we done died. so many times.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? So if he wants somebody who
Ride
can
or
ride
die.
until the wheels fall off, and we gonna ride until we feel like the experience is over.
Mm.
And
I like that.
that is definitely a word.
That's what it is. So now everybody trying to be thorough, bruh. Like that shit is over.
It was
Yeah, because back in the day, like when they kind of portrayed the thorough bitch was she took all the bullshit.
She took
Yeah.
all the bullshit.
And it
You
took
brought a woman to the door.
chin.
Yeah, she was
Right.
slapping hoes out for you. She was going to chase you, pull you out of somebody's house. Like, ain't nobody doing that shit.
I ain't pulling you out of nobody's house and going to somebody else's house.
That part.
Everybody doing that shit. So I think he needs to rethink his definition. Because thorough ain't it. Thorough ain't it.
I like that though. That's good.
That was
It's different.
So do you feel like you rather be called a bad bitch than a thorough bitch?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to.
I get called a bad bitch. In between. I've been getting called a bad bitch every day. I kind of like it.
Great. I feel like
And I felt like that too until he broke down the way he was thinking about
But you know what? I have also had to stop tapping into what every man feels a woman should be and what a woman is, because if you keep trying to, you know what I'm saying, that shit'll fuck with you. What's your definition? How do you feel? What makes you feel good?
I feel like a bad bitch is like a strong ass, confident woman who is just trying to conquer the world the best way she know how, overcoming all of her obstacles, but still just trying to maintain and get to the bag and stay to the goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what a bad bitch is.
Sucker free.
Yeah.
I think the perception that's been put out there for a bad bitch is with, like, especially with social media.
It's like a shenanigan type of girl, and
yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Bad bitch. So how y'all feel about cutting losses with like friends, family members, significant others? How y'all feel about cutting off people?
It's always been
It's necessary.
It's necessary, but it's always been something that's hard for me.
Yeah.
It's something I struggle with. It'll sit in my brain and I'll replay shit for like weeks, and then I'll finally have to like process it. That's my process. Just fucking let it fester and like do whatever it needs to do, and then once I'm done, I'm done.
See, I feel like that only happens with like
When it ends badly.
Yeah. I feel like when you're trying to end on like a good note, you kind of try to talk about it. But I don't know. For me, with like cutting losses, I used to be, and I'm trying to learn from it. I used to be more of I just don't give a shit. You gonna okay. Peace out. See you on the flip side. No love lost though. Hope you good, but I'm gonna see you later. And now I don't know. I don't necessarily want to like accept that things are what they are. I'm cool with that, but I still want to like check in to make sure you're good, because I feel like nowadays you never know what people's mental health is their levels are,
Their mental health or their day, like people out here, like,
and I don't know. I just feel like now in my healing process, it's like, although we may not fuck with each other on a daily basis, I don't hate you. Like I said, it's no love lost. So how you been? You been good? Okay, I've been good too. I'm glad you've been alright. Keep it.
Keep with it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Stay up. Just
stay
stay
up.
You want to stay thorough, huh?
You got to the romance. Stay up.
But for real, I don't know. That's kind of how.
I mean, you can cut loss of people and still wish them well. Like, I don't want nothing bad for you. I just don't feel like our energy is meshing.
I'm now learning how to love people from a distance.
Yes.
Like, completely loving you from a distance, not checking in, any of that shit, just completely loving you from a distance.
I finally tapped in with myself enough to be able to be like, all right, this energy ain't sitting right with me no more. And as much as it's gonna bother me to have to like say you gotta go, or I gotta let whatever it is do whatever it's gonna do. That's just what it has to be. I cannot let my energy be disrupted. It's not for too long. Once I sense it, I got to do something about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too. I have alright, so it's weird. So my process is different for friendships rather than relationships. Believe it or not, it sounds terrible, it sounds real bad, but I will put up with more shit from a man or from somebody that I'm dating sexually and emotionally than I would with my friends, my females, my dogs. I will cut my friends off before I would cut a nigga off for certain shit. And the reason is I expect more from my friends.
Right.
From my sister, people I call sisters, and anybody I have around me, I'm real big on loyalty, I'm real big on respect, I'm real big on just a common meeting of the minds, like an understanding. You know what I'm saying? Shit that shouldn't even have to be spoken should be just understood to some extent. You know what I'm saying? So as if if you my friend or somebody that I consider close, I'm gonna have to cut you off because it's not gonna be right after that. I'm not always gonna be in my mind like and then and then niggas, but if it's a man, you expect nigga shit. Yeah, niggas gonna do nigga shit.
Niggas gonna
niggas gonna nigga. And people who you deal with on a certain level, they gonna move a certain way just off the strength because that's how the dating world is.
Right.
Or just certain things you expect in the dating world. Certain things I don't expect from my girls. So
and that blind side hit different.
Yeah, it do. Yeah. Especially when it's like somebody, depending on how close you are, at that point I'm thinking back like, damn, what do you know about me? Like, what could you possibly like, how far you want to take things? I've seen you do activity. I don't know what you might do to me. So shit like that. I don't want to have to go there.
Do you categorize your friends? Like, do you have associates and do you have friends?
To some extent, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's people that I go out with.
Yeah, I'm about to say, well, damn, maybe I'm childish because I don't do the associate thing no more either.
It's healthy. It's healthy because you have very healthy boundaries with.
I just know what to expect from certain people, and I accept them for who they are.
Right, but at the same time,
those are associates because it's certain things I just wouldn't tell you. It's certain places we aren't going.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not bringing you around
certain
people.
Hello.
Yeah, and that's absolute
those
facts.
are associates.
But at the same time, I still, whether you are an associate, whether you are a sister, I still have a certain level that I kind of mentally require as you being somebody around me as a whole.
Absolutely.
It's a certain level.
Just being in my space.
I'm gonna hold you at.
You
as far as accountability.
Yeah,
that type of shit.
Maybe that's why I don't have friends because no, for real, because I find it really hard to like connect with people if it's not like brief. Like,
why do you feel like you can't have associates though?
Because I don't really like people.
I think I know what you are kind of experiencing though, because I think I went through that little. There's like a little gap there because it's hard for me not to be totally me. And some people can't handle it. I have a big personality. Like when I'm really comfortable, I'm just all like everybody can't take that. And some people be like, whoa, like I could be a lot for some people. Same. So I could be so misunderstood by so many people. So I have to find a level, like depending on where you at with it, I'm gonna meet you at that level. I might not be able to give you all my jokes or joke around with you. You might be a petty person, or you might not be as jokative as I might be, or sometimes my jokes might be a little dark. You might not like that type of shit.
Or you might be somebody that's easily offended.
Right.
A triggered ass person who hasn't dealt with this shit, and I don't like that. And what is it? Mines, field mines, or some things. The landmines. I'm not trying to dance.
You trying to get a dance to me?
Like tiptoeing around your ass. Tiptoeing around here, bitch. I'm straight.
No, that part.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because I got a mouth on me, and I like to joke. I'm very sarcastic.
I can talk my shit, and not everybody can handle that.
And it be like, you be settled and cozy in yourself. Because I'm real cozy.
Shout out to Cozy.
Hey. She's a beautiful ass girl.
Yeah, I always say, she's like, you just so cute. Alright.
I feel like it's harder for me to cut losses with a friend than a partner.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, it's definitely harder. Cause I don't know, I'll be ready to move on to the next like person, like dating or whatever. But a friend, I just be like, like as soon as they come.
It depends on the situation.
I'm about to say,
I guess it depends on the situation. A regular falling out or regular misunderstanding, like I'm not going there.
I mean, if they like did something to me,
fucking like weird ass shit, or just like just moving funny as a whole. Moving funny to me is just. I don't do none of that. I don't do gray area real well at all. I don't do gray area. It needs to be black or motherfucking white for me. I can't do the middle.
Black or motherfucking white.
I can't do the middle. Because it make me think too much when you moving funny and you acting like you in the middle. It makes me move funny and it make me think too much, and I don't like to think too much about people who are around me.
I just want to be
in my space. I want to be comfortable. I want to feel like I can trust the people around me. I don't want no Meg shit going on. I don't want no goddamn.
Don't be back on me.
Don't back on me. I'm not trying to go out of town and my bitches kill me. Like I'm not trying to go do none of that. So when you moving funny and you meeting me in the middle and I can't tell what you on,
which direction you
I'm gonna leave you where you at. Cause I don't do that.
So with that being said, how do you all set healthy boundaries with your friends, your partners?
Recognizing myself. excusing myself, excusing certain comments, knowing them enough to know when they make certain comments that I let that shit go in one ear out the other, or I just know to separate myself because it's been one too many of those. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I just let people exile themselves when it comes to shit like that. I'm not even gonna speak up about the shit that you should know about.
Okay, so you don't have conversation.
It depends on who it is. It depends on how badly it affected me, or how deep, or whatever it was they said how affected I was. But if it's some talking out the neck ass shit, I just be like,
that you can't let go.
Yeah, like I know who I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, I think I do a little bit of that to some extent, depending on where you at with me. But, once you get to a certain level of being around me and like a certain comfort, I'm like, oh no, don't be moving funny.
I don't have no associates either.
You probably do, but don't really.
Maybe.
Like, did you have a lot of people that come to like your birthday parties?
But I think, like she said, it's like different friend groups. I don't really feel like it's like associates. Like these are people that I've known.
That's how I feel. Right. I actually feel like
period
all
of time
I'm around is my friend.
Yeah. Like I had people there from like college and then the military.
I have very close moments with them.
People I grew up with
over the years.
Yeah. So I just feel like I don't feel like they were associates. I feel like it was more like different friend groups. Yeah. Like it's some of your friends I ain't never met before, and I know you longer than all of them.
Yeah, fact.
And same for y'all. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's because you don't be out when we be out, or you don't be around when we go out. Like, but I get it. But while we're also speaking on cutting ties and cutting losses with friends, families, foes, and whoever else. Foes and hoes. I also wanted to kind of just throw out there, like, investigator friends and family. Y'all know the ones who you don't hear from them often. You don't see them often.
Y'all don't speak.
Y'all don't even speak. Y'all don't even go out. Y'all don't even link like that. But when they do come around, and when they are in town, they pull up on you. And you thinking it's all good, like, oh shit, I ain't seen you in a minute, or whatever the case may be. But really, the moment they sit down, they talking shit about, what you got going on, or they hating on the next bitch, or it's 1,000 questions about
like that shit.
What you got going on, your life, this person, that person, this, that, there. Like, it's just like where it makes you kind of question what the intentions, like, kind of really are.
What if they just miss you?
I was about to say,
I'm sorry. No, you can tell the difference between whether they miss you or if they just trying to get the tea.
After 3 questions, I'm gonna start turning my head like this.
Like, if I get, if I did,
is this a conversation or goddamn integration? Goddamn.
And so I actually experienced that like recently, where family member kind of hits me up. I go over there, X, Y, and Z, go on whatever, and like a couple of weeks later, my dad mentioned something like, oh you know what I'm saying? I thought you were like, cause you know what I'm saying, but if my father said something spot on to the point where you knew exactly where the fuck that shit came from. And one thing about gossip, it always comes back. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the type of shit that I be talking about that in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that because I'm sitting here. I could have told you something that I would have never wanted my dad to know, and your ass wanted running your mouth, or was something just like so. I don't like that.
Right now, yes.
I was thinking about that type of energy. Like, y'all ain't never experienced that?
No, I have. I'm sorry. I don't like. You know how I feel about people talking shit, gossipy, mouthy, just extra ass shit. I don't like that type of shit. I don't like being questioned. I have to work on that as far as humbling myself, as a woman in general about being questioned. Because eventually, when you do meet a man, you're gonna have to learn how to, submit in some ways. But once you get to question 3, my chest get tight.
No, that's because it do make you think like
my
that.
chest get tight. I'm like, dang, can I ask you a question?
Just sit down. Can we eat first?
The fuck going on? You alright? Who you work for? Goddamn.
Ooh, that's so fun. That's so fun.
Right. Right. What you been up to? Shit. All my shit.
No, for real. I've been there.
Don't do that. That's I'm just one thing.
I feel like I be like that though.
You are.
When I ain't seen nobody in a while, but I just be trying to see what's going on in your life. Like I'm really not trying to do nothing wrong. But I really just be trying to catch up because sometimes I I really don't be seeing people for a long time.
You know what?
And it don't be intentional. It just be life happens. Like,
and I think we move around so much that we don't realize how much time do be going by between when you've seen people. So you be like, damn.
So I do be in people's business, but I don't be doing it on purpose. I'm just like telling your business. I just want to know what's going on with you. You trying to catch up with your life.
She's like, okay, speed it up.
And what you do when you go
over the past 4 months?
See, that's how I ask questions.
Give me the right there.
But can we have like a red table moment on that though?
Okay.
Because you go out with all your other friends and you know you make time to go out with them. All the stuff that we be talking about doing and stuff you don't do, but then you go do it with your other friends.
Cause they invite me. All you gotta do is let me know ahead of time. That's the only thing. I can't do last minute stuff. It just be hard for me to do that sometimes. But ahead of time, I
Some
can do
things can be
that.
a little last minute.
But most of the time, events that I go to, people have like reached out to me. Like me and one of my other friends literally have a date for January 15th.
Oh, see, I don't plan my life that far.
No,
Exactly.
So
And I get
celebrate
that.
Martin Luther King's birthday.
Exactly, but I get that. But it's only because I got kids and I just can't move like that. So it's just harder for me to be able to get out like, you know, y'all can. And I trust me. Remember, I used to be out in the street.
I know that, but I'm not even talking about planning. Like, so for example, like we talked about like planning trips and stuff like that. You never go anywhere. Like we ain't been on a trip in a minute. But you have to take any trips with your other group, your other friend groups.
But y'all gotta invite me. Y'all
And I'm
gotta
broke, so that's probably really
Well,
what
no, I mean, but you actually can't. You popped out.
Okay, I just wanted to say, remember when I said I kind of got 2 pivotal moments? That was another pivotal moment this year for me. The fact
Yeah,
that
you actually
my bitch came over here and had a vacation in like fucking year.
18, y'all.
Oh my god, that was
You're right. That's because
that
this
was
year
great.
was for real. It was my year. I took that shit back. I said I was going to make completely different decisions. And I really have. I stuck to that shit. And your dreams can come true as well.
Yes, no, for real.
But
I love that.
Yeah. Do for yourself.
Yeah, good ass
Fuck
time,
these
too,
niggas.
bitch.
Yeah. But we
Throwing-
really need a
Throwing
vacation.
cheeks on the yacht.
Okay.
I was having a good time.
Everybody got to throw cheese on the yacht. and
Yeah.
stuff.
So we really
Little
need to
ocean
plan
boy.
something.
Little ocean boy.
We really.
It was she. Yes, sure did.
Bitch, you filled my cup with all that ocean water.
No,
You filled it.
I said, Key, hold my cup.
No, I did not. The cup was already full by that point.
To be fair, I witnessed that and it was already full.
It really
It
was.
was
I
full
told
of
her.
He was like, he was like, I can still taste the liquor.
She did that shit twice.
And it was seaweed. And then you was
I don't know.
like,
She bought in that damn cup because she was trying to like swim and shit.
oh no.
I was like, I should bring that cup off the boat.
You know, I was trying to max and relax. And I didn't know when I got on that thing, I was going to feel some twerky.
No, for real though. That shit was lit. She had a great time. So definitely next summer, y'all. We gotta get our
Speaking
shit
of twerking
together.
and throwing ass though, y'all.
Yes, working on it.
I want to ask about the relevancy of an old principle or old theory that people have. How do y'all feel about the 3-month rule? Do y'all still feel like it's relevant in today's dating world?
Okay, so I have gone through a truly 3-month rule roller coaster. Because
Don't tell me you started over.
I want to.
I want to go back to that shit too.
Because
Started over?
I've been.
Like going back to 3-month rule type shit.
Yeah, I just feel like when I'm really horny, I don't really get the time to really know somebody. It's just I get to know that surface person, what you just basically handing the fuck out, and then I decide his hands are nice size, his feet look like they're nice size. He got really nice
It'll
legs, his teeth are all right, let's go and do it.
It'll work.
Exactly. And I don't want to do that. So I think 3 months is enough
She
time.
was side from his hands. and
No,
his
but
feet.
even like hands are almost the exact shape.
Baby, we need to have a whole contest.
Look at the hands, especially like these 3 fingers. Look at them.
Girl.
Thumbs. Look at them.
Child.
These fingers look funny. And I don't really like that.
But their dicks are almost the exact same
No.
shape. I
I
promise.
promise you.
I've never heard this before.
Smoothness of their hands.
When I
all
tell
that
you
shit,
I'm
like,
a dickologist, I can call it. I can call it. We need to have a contest. Gentlemen, if you want to come in and show your hands, feet, and male parts.
No, we're not.
As a contest.
Doing that.
Just no, don't disregard nothing.
Slide in the DMs.
Her name.
Right in the DMs.
I wouldn't buy if you
She
did
like,
a
yes,
fundraiser.
you can slide in the
a fundraiser.
I did not.
I would love that. I would love that. Slide us
I
in.
feel like the 3-month
Black
rule
men
is
now.
making irrelevant. It's coming back because like at one point everybody used to be like, oh, they're grown, that's corny, whatever. But after a while, you know, you start to realize that people out here moving real
Shinty and like
listen, they don't play fair out here.
They don't.
It's crazy.
They
So
don't.
you better make sure you know what you're doing and who you're doing.
Yeah.
So for me, I think it could be a little different because I generally date like exclusively. Unfortunately, I just don't have the time, the energy, the patience to like try to entertain so many people at one time. Like people be thinking I got niggas, but like I could if I wanted to. I don't got time for it. And like I throw out here, my phone ring a lot and all that shit. It get on my nerves for real. So I don't know. I just if I'm usually dealing with a person and like it might not have been 3 months because that's the only person I'm like dealing with. You know what I'm saying, or whatever the case. So I don't know. It just be different.
It does.
It could be different depending on how you dating.
Very true.
If I'm dating multiple people at a time, like if my phone is ringing, then I could go 3 months without dealing with him because 9 times out of 10 we not really.
We not there.
We probably not there. Like entertaining multiple people. We're not even getting that close for you to
get close enough to.
I'm not. If I'm dating multiple people, I'm not in a situation where I'm trying to be in a relationship no time soon, or like I'm not really on that.
Yeah.
Well, see, I've been in situations where I'm just exclusive as well, and 3 months in, this nigga is somebody completely different. It's like, bro.
Exactly. But
No.
I feel like we also gotta think about the words we use too. Like dating someone and going on dates is not the same thing.
You're absolutely right.
Courting.
Courting and dating are not the same.
Well, we remember.
So if we just going on dates, I might be going on dates with multiple niggas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not dating multiple niggas. I'm going on dates with multiple niggas.
As you should.
The date is the interview.
I might not see that nigga more than 3 times.
Cause
You know what I mean?
we still
Like,
friends.
yeah, we might be friends. I might not have
I might try to put that on the track. Like that's gonna be the intro.
We friends until we talk about otherwise.
Exactly.
Like there's no gray area.
But let me
There's
ask
no.
you,
we just eating.
in 2023,
and
then you can have friends.
Whatever the fuck we do.
how often are people really having those conversations? Nobody's really sitting down. Like a lot of these men really not just sitting down. Like, okay, boo, I want you. You know, we've been rocking for a while. I really like you. I think you're special.
But that's the
I want you to be my
problem.
girlfriend.
Closed
Like,
mouths don't get fed.
and you know, as my girlfriend,
I feel like a girlfriend.
you know, as I might want you to step it up and you know a little bit more with doing this. So could you help out with that? Like I like really put out there what you want, what you're expecting in this next phase, or under this title. If there's more that you're expecting as a girlfriend, cool. Because as a wife, I know that you're gonna want me to expect more of me or whatever. So
I
tell me what you want.
learned that grown men on some whole different shit, and that they're gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Exactly what their expectations are,
Mm-hmm.
and then they might not say shit else. They just go watch and see if you add up.
If you add up, facts.
That's it.
Cause like I feel like when I was younger, like playing that gray area, that was cool because we got this gray area, then I got my friends. So I keep on having this gray area, but I'm gonna keep on having my friends.
And sometimes I love the gray area. Sometimes I'm to the point where I'll ride the gray area out. Anytime you even try to get out of the gray area, I'll keep it just because.
That's because you know it's almost like what Wale said.
The
pleasure
joy and
of not
pleasure of
knowing
not
somebody.
knowing people.
Is
That stuck with me for so long that it was crazy. I can't even see. Can you read it, Shell? Can you help us?
Girl, you ask the person thinking this.
Right, you got the 4 eyes, bitch.
Y'all need.
Okay, well, I don't want to just totally discord us on that, but people are commenting. I can't even see. It's so far.
It wasn't even relevant, girl.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, yeah. 3 month rule.
I feel like it don't have to be the 3 month rule, but it could be. I gotta get to know you first. I just don't feel like everybody just deserves
This pussy.
To be into anybody.
Period.
That part. But let me ask
like, why do you think you deserve to be that close to me within a couple weeks?
And you ain't did, especially if you ain't did shit.
But that's why I also feel like I don't need a man to pay for me on the first date either.
It depends on the situation. But let me ask though, because bitch, you got the ring. So did you do the 3 month rule?
I made him wait more than 3 months.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So how long?
I made him wait 8 months.
Okay, cool. Well,
but at that point, I was just in a different time in my life, and I was really just sick of niggas.
yeah.
So it was just like nobody's about to get it at this point.
Yeah.
Like I'm done. Like you gonna have to break this wall down because.
But see, and that's kind of how I am because I'm semi-celibate.
I thought she was going to say and still try to get everybody.
Because that's the thing.
Sorry,
I
y'all.
will have to lower it.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop,
Yeah,
there
I just
it
feel like
is.
a man has to like truly break barriers in order for me to just give him everything.
Yeah.
Just because I've been waiting for a really long time.
See, now I feel all the time.
What
Like,
do you
I just
feel is a long time?
Well, I said I was semi-celibate, so.
You can't be semi.
I was first saying, it's either you're there or you're not, honey.
It's a
And you
thing.
at the
Oh, you
station
like
or-
okay, well, if you just getting head, you said you are semi-celibate.
Sex is sex.
No, it's not.
Oral sex.
You
Vaginal
can be
sex.
getting
Anal
oral and still be a
sex.
virgin. Semi.
It was the cat catching my tongue out.
I'm so sorry. We just.
We gonna be more organized next.
Okay, look, y'all. We done gone independent. Okay, so live it up.
There we don't have nobody passing the paper towels like we used to have.
I know. It's all good. Shout out to us, Sister Network. You know.
Yes.
Hopefully we see y'all soon.
Yeah.
All right. So Shell, you're next.
All right. So, let me ask y'all, do y'all think that social media has ruined dating, or did it just make it easier for people to get caught?
Both.
Because
Both of them.
so I don't think both. I think people already been acting like this. It's just that now people taking pictures and they sending them,
but they
they
didn't have
posting
this much
them.
access. Like before, you had to actually go out to bars. You had to actually be outside.
You had to
meet
put in
someone.
effort
You
to
had
find
Effort.
somebody.
And you had to put
to-
that in the mail.
over, and Facebook has a whole dark web to meet fucking people.
Yeah.
So listen though, like so back in the day, I feel like people, especially like dating wise, people I do feel like to some extent always moved how they wanted to move. It's just that, like for example, men they cheated on their wives. They had multiple, children, multiple families back in the day, shit like that. But the difference was, I mean, yeah, social media and things like that, technology advances definitely changed the game. But they were still out there doing dirt. It just never got back to their doorstep. And they had enough respect though for their maybe not the ones that had multiple families, but some of the men that was out there, they had enough respect for their wives for real, or for their wife, to make sure that their disrespect never came back to their doorstep. Like a lot of times back in the day, them men, their dirt didn't come out until somebody died. Like, and that's when you found out, oh shit, I had sisters over here, brothers over there.
See, I don't think so. I don't think it was he had enough respect. I think it was like, say if you dating Larry and you, like, I see Larry out at the bar with you, but I don't know who she is.
Yeah.
I don't know her name or nothing, but now I can go on social media, I can find her.
Right.
I can tag her in a picture and be like, y'all, who is this girl? And somebody's going to tag her and tell me who she is. But you couldn't do that back in the day. It was, I seen Larry with some girl.
And
So she don't know who that girl is.
And
And then
you find her.
you never find her, and you don't know if it was really Larry.
Exactly.
Like, you don't know nothing.
And she could have been the
It could have been a
neighborhood.
sister, and then Larry like, oh, that was my cousin. And then it probably, it's not the
So
cousin.
that's how shit passed away, or passed through, because it was like, oh, that was a cousin, that was a coworker, that was a blah,
It was
blah,
kind of
it was
reasonable.
nothing.
Bitches was living off reasonable doubt.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
pretty much.
It is
And
so
then Larry
hard
come
to
home
do.
and tell me something different. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, well, maybe
Okay,
that was
well,
what
I
they
asked
thought
my
it was.
husband. I was gonna be
Right. I got to stress myself about it.
Right.
It's kind of what the fuck else I'm gonna do.
But before social media, what was
He
new?
passed a nigga. Man, he passed
It wasn't that easy.
I don't know. I was like, back in them days, you didn't know what people.
Because you couldn't really catch nobody up on MySpace or Black Planet.
No. Because you had to write a code to put the picture. Who was that?
That part. You had to be
And you know
somebody
it's crazy
who
because
network.
we would have kept up with it. We would have been coding.
That's facts. We always
Hell
talk about
yeah.
that. Like, we really were coding. Like,
We were coding.
the whole time. And didn't even know it. Like, we all needed IT service out this bitch.
I'm telling you,
Off the
we
strength.
all was
Because we
coding.
millennials. Hell.
Wouldn't that be funny if shit somebody go to an interview and be like, yes, I do have coding experience from the MySpace days.
Exactly. I should put it on my resume because I was a coder.
MySpace, Black
You
Planet.
can't tell me my page wasn't lit.
Okay.
I had things falling down.
She had the scrollies,
I had music playing.
Okay,
The
all the
black
pictures.
drop.
Okay.
My top 5. A little
Listen.
group picture in the corner.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how you knew who your boyfriend was. And
That's
if I took it down and put somebody else up there, you're very
Like shit.
That's
What
what
was
I
that show on
was
MTV,
talking
y'all?
Y'all
Y'all remember that show on MTV? It was like a big red R&B and shit.
Next.
Yes, she
Child,
for the 90s.
I had a boyfriend that had went out of town. When he came back, he found out my space. I had a new nigga.
That sound like the old shell.
Because back then, you had your phone. You could just get on my
space. Play if you want. And I used to be the emotional ass girl who just wished I could have been like you. I'm for real. I was like, why am I a crybaby?
So
I need to just move.
But then I was just so sick of niggas early.
Yeah.
So,
girl. That part.
But look who I am today.
Yeah.
I grew up.
Oh, baby.
I'm trying to grow up, but
That was toxic.
men don't make me want to grow
I
up.
don't think so.
I
think you play these men exactly how they try to play the game. You beat them at the game.
You beat them at the game.
That's toxic.
That's not toxic.
It's playing the game.
That is
Either you gonna play the game, or you gonna play to the bench, and you gonna keep taking L's. What you gonna do?
I love that.
But I feel like, and this is coming from a Sagittarius slash Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio, so maybe that's where that's from. But I do feel like all of us Sagittarius got a sprinkle of toxic, just a little bit. And until you get self-aware of it and beat yourself to it, you're gonna have some troubles.
I think all the zodiac signs got a sprinkle of like crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know. But I honestly think female Leos aren't really that bad. It's the males.
Well,
I love the silence in the room.
Because I'm trying to think of some male Leos.
No, I know for a fact male Leos are toxic.
Yeah.
It's wondering for me or not whether females are, but I don't know any other female Leos besides you and Mom, so that's hard to judge it.
I don't hate. Oh, well, no, all the wave guys are.
Those are all males.
Yeah. Oh, okay, well, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
I don't think it's us though. It's them. Like.
I know males have
we big on energies and we big on
toxic
loyalty.
Toxic
So
as hell.
ain't no way.
We the nicest people.
I've never gotten along with a male Sagittarius.
For real?
Not in a dating term.
The
I feel
emotional part
like
of me
a friend
connects with them, but other than that,
I can be the best friend with another male Sagittarius, but I can never date one.
I've never came across a Sag.
They're emotional for one.
They have a sneaky passionate about that.
I was going to say they're emotional, but they're sneaky.
They're sneaky.
They're very sneaky.
Ooh,
But I do know, like female Sag.
Monroe always told us that. She said
Monroe.
She said Sagittarius men are the sneakiest men out here. She said that.
I always thought it was Libras.
See, they're so emotional for real.
But they're so charismatic in most cases. Libras and Virgos.
The charming.
They're charming. They're charismatic. They are like, they just know how to get you.
My first and only Virgo male experience, I'm going to pass on it forever. There was some sneaky, two-faced, two different people.
Geminis.
They are just
Geminis. They are literally.
I'm talking about Virgos. Virgos are just like Geminis. They can literally pretend people.
Somebody
They can literally pretend to be someone else, and
I'm the ghost bitch. I was
like, testify. I feel like the Gemini literally is two different people.
They are really two different.
It's been like 2 years.
No, bitch. No.
Yes, it has.
No.
When I got the
Yeah.
I got the same day.
No,
And my septum, I got all of that in the same day.
Yeah.
I feel like
no.
Can you pass a little bit of that? That shit.
Maybe I ain't been in your mouth, but oh my god.
Jesus.
That's what he said. It's been too long.
I was sleeping.
I'm about to read this because I just
Yeah, we're talking about it. Thank you. Where are we the things? So, okay, so I actually think that setting boundaries for family is harder than setting boundaries for friends or your partner.
I agree.
Your family, they see, especially the older ones. So I want to talk about a personal experience from Thanksgiving that pissed me off. But I felt like I was a slave a little bit to my family, and what they didn't know was I came to chill and enjoy time with them, not to like
work for them,
not to work for you a little bit, or like to kind of slave a little bit. And so for me, it blew me a little bit, and I was like kind of like more like irritated than I was enjoying myself. And it got to a point where I kind of had to say something a little bit, and I kind of said something to like one of my favorite aunts for real, and I really didn't even mean to take it there to her, but it was just like, damn, y'all, like, and it was like, I felt bad, but I'm like, you know what, y'all, I'm 30. I'm going to say something. I'm not a child no more. Like, I can't do it. And so I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm just setting a boundary. I'm not 7 no more. Don't think that you're going to keep running me around this house like a child. Like, I want to sit there and chill too. My bones tired. I done work all week long. I work 18-hour days. I work
40 these days too. I don't know.
I'm young and I'm still in my prime. I'm trying to be in my prime, but still in it at least. But like, I work even harder because I'm younger. Like, so if anything, I'm tired.
And that's a different time.
I'm tired.
It's a different time. But what my family told me is like, we just paying our dues now. Because I get ran like a motherfucker. So if y'all watching family, y'all running me too. But
I'm running me too.
No,
Leave
Leave me alone, please. That's it.
You just paying
Y'all need some more little cousins.
Yeah, so you can both around.
Yeah, please.
Because that's what we did on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And we left for little cousins Christmas too.
Yeah, the ones who got all the kids, they stay home. They need to bring their kids so we have somebody to do stuff.
You sure? You sure?
Nah, you right. Be a loud ass house.
You sure you want the kids?
Be a loud ass house.
It'll be a different story.
And then you'll be like, whose daughter is this?
Yeah.
Whose child is this? Where's your mother?
Yes, where'd you come
Baby,
from?
where's your mama?
Swear to God, that's how it was back in the day.
I'm in the teenage cousin.
That you can just boss around you.
Yes, because all my little cousins are teenagers now, like all of them. So
Girl.
it works out.
I think like setting boundaries with family is extremely hard too. I don't want to put my people's business out there like that, but I had to go to both of my parents as of recently and let them know like your sibling has been bugging me. Your sibling has been bugging me, and I know they've been bugging you too. You know, and my stepdad just confessed. And I'm on his side. I'm on his motherfucking side. I don't want to put his business out there like that, but I'm ready to fight for him. And I never felt like that.
And I'm thankful that you feel like that.
Girl, me too.
Especially for the person you want to fight for.
Yeah. So if she watching, just know.
She got his back.
Yeah.
I ain't seen that since elementary school.
No, but for real. And then on my mama's side, like,
She got hot. Oh shit.
because I've been talking about this shit all week. I said I'm going to mention it,
Because they love doing it, huh? Speak on it.
but for real, my mom keeps saying, like, you know, it shouldn't bother you like that because it doesn't bother me. You got to take the high road. She's on some Michelle Obama shit, and I am on Malcolm X.
The high road is congested.
Man,
It's a bit of
it's
traffic.
a little polluted. It's a Hey, yeah. I'm ready to take them low ass
The back
trenches.
the alleys.
I'm ready to
Get
be,
there.
I'm ready to be thorough. And corrupt these motherfuckers, because I'm tired of them playing with my parents.
It's never a joke with somebody playing with your parents.
It's never a joke. It's never funny.
My mom, my daddy.
Girl. And they talking about my business.
That's how you want to be.
That's what they do.
You really want to sit outside of me because she is
That's
not
not
ready.
Girl, and they telling me about my business.
It's hard for me to set boundaries with family.
But you know what? That's a question, really, though, because it's like if you feel offended by somebody offending your mama and you 30 plus at this point, like, am I wrong to
At this point, I'm
not mind my
grown.
business?
I ain't mind my
My mama
business.
is my business.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Like,
But okay, so I did confront before, and she did tell me to stay in the child's place. And the whole time I was 28 at that point. I was just about to get pregnant, or I could have been pregnant. I don't know.
Either way, he was grown.
I know. I was way too goddamn grown for you to tell me to stay in the child's place, child. Like that child place been
bingo,
Right?
right?
They kicked me out of the child's place.
Man, if I
No,
could go
But
and get
then it's
that
like,
child,
okay, y'all. So
if I could go and get that child's place, I would.
Okay.
girl, that part.
I would.
I don't know if
So-
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would, realistically. When it all boils down, I mean, it's a struggle being an adult, but I'm not sure if I would really turn back. We're going to get into that in 2 seconds, though. So, it's funny because we're speaking on it, right? But then I think, like, 20 years down the line, if Jax, Juju, Mace, or one of them be like, auntie, you know what? Like, you know, X, Y, and Z, and just tell me off. Like, I don't know. I might look at him like, who you talking to? Like, your auntie, like, stay in the child place. Like, I might still look at him like, I don't want to do that, but it's still like, damn, bitch, your child just checked me.
And
like,
see, I feel like,
But sometimes adults need that.
Need to be, because we're not always right.
Yeah.
We're not always
Because
right.
I had to have a come to Jesus with my parents recently, and I'm just like, you know, and it was so, I was really scared to say the words I was saying. But I was just like, you know, I had to tell them. And surprisingly, they respected my opinion.
And that's how
And they was like, you know,
yeah.
we actually been trying to work on the things that you spoke because, you know, you were
okay,
right.
so how did you get to setting those boundaries? How did you muscle up the strength to come to your parents? Because
I think it wasn't even mussing up the strength. I think it's just sometimes you just be sick of the shit.
Yeah, that's
Very
a fact.
true.
And
I'm not leaving it until I get off my chest.
No, I was so sick of their shit. I'm like, you know what? I just gotta tell both of you guys respectfully about yourselves.
Yeah.
So I had 2 separate conversations with the both of them. And it actually went
In
well. I was
person,
surprised.
in person via phone.
It was on the phone.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah.
It was definitely on the phone.
I thought you can't get shot.
Can't reach me. And I, you know what? Because I say to her all the time, mother be like, you know, you need to watch who you're talking to because I'm still on your mother. And I'm like, well, you gotta catch me first. So, and I think that's my thing. Like, what they gonna do? You can't punish me.
You
can't
can't.
say
No,
nothing.
that's fine. You just gotta respect my opinion or disagree.
And if you mad, I'm in your house. I'm just gonna leave.
Right.
And if you in my house, you can just sit there because I ain't gonna let you out.
Yeah,
I can't go
right.
back out. I'm gonna leave right
I
there.
ain't going that far.
I'm gonna leave the room.
The way my parents feel,
I'm
the way my parents move, bitch, they gonna leave anyway if they feel like they just gonna leave. I wouldn't even have to go there.
Listen, I get a lot from my parents, and that's probably why I have to settle myself and be like, all right, give more of a damn. Just give a little bit more of a damn. Try to work it out. Don't just walk away. It's not. You can't just walk away from people, from everybody.
But sometimes just be like, you know
I ain't
what?
shit about nothing.
Fuck
They give a fuck. Okay, they be gone. Shit.
Nah, I feel like
I believe
they
my
care
voice.
about what you need to care about. They care about family. They care about their money. They care about their thriving businesses. They care about what needs to be taken care of within the family and taking care of themselves.
That's it.
Making sure y'all good, and that is about it.
If above the bullshit was people.
And that is them.
That is
Yeah, that's
That
right.
is them.
They really are. They find a great way to just.
I think that's what keeps me optimistic about any and everything. Everything will be fine. Fuck the bullshit.
No, that's a
Yeah.
fact.
If I ain't dead, I'm alright.
Right.
I'll get through it.
So, something recent that happened with me kind of had me on this topic. And it was just so fucking disturbing that I felt like I wanted to talk about it. And I kind of wanted to ask y'all how y'all feel about people, I don't want to say PDA because PDA with the right person is one thing. With somebody that you have established a certain relationship with. But how do you feel about going on dates? And do you feel like just because you agree to go on a date that entitles PDA or entitles someone to have a certain type of intimacy with you?
No, because the date is, I'm just yeah.
And I'm
First
a
of
very
all,
private person.
Just because we on a date don't mean like
that I like
especially
you.
that we are there. Like especially if it's a first date, a second date, a third date. Like if I gave you no implication or no reason to think that I've invited you into my personal space where you can touch me, you can like now don't get me wrong, the way I'll let a man know that I'm a little comfortable, that I am comfortable with him. Like for example, if we are going to a restaurant or something, we get out the car, he comes open my door. As we walk, I might grab him by the arm, and we'll just walk like that. But that's me letting you know that's your boundary.
Yeah,
we're not holding hands, we're not gripping and none of that. You're just kind of my protector. I want you to know you're escorting me. This is how I want to be treated. Shit like that. Like but like as far as trying to kiss me, like first dates and all that shit, like I pretty much feel like to some extent, don't give me none of that unless I'm giving you. Like, listen to my energy.
Yeah, read the room.
Like, read
the
room
fucking room.
and read me. As the man, it's your responsibility to
room.
read me to some extent. Like, because we can read things wrong. You know what I'm saying? From a person who has a little bit of a rough past with men and, stuff like that. It's just a thing. Just please read me. Let me
not
guide
even
the
read,
energy.
I don't even want you to feel like a mind reader. Just ask for permission. Is it okay that I touch you here? Is it okay that I kiss you? Is it okay that
when I say read me, as far as like when I say level, it's more so like a level of situation. Now, if I've already done this for you or something, you already know from here on out. When you walk me from a vehicle, you need to be making sure I'm safe or something like that. But now, if you over here, you up on my ass. You smacking my ass or something as we walking through doors and shit like that. You don't know me like that. We not doing that. But if we already are in that space and I've kind of let you know that I'm comfortable enough for you to, try to touch me in other ways or do PDA or whatever it might be, I'm sure that I would have already given you that energy to make you know that I'm comfortable. I would have given you some form of an advance for you to make a move. But that's why I say you got to read me. And not even necessarily my reading. It's just a vibe is a vibe. You can feel it. It's not really. It don't really have to be spoken in most cases. It don't really have to be like a whole conversation. It's just.
Alright. So what if we on like our third date? You've been hooking my arm. We've been talking or whatever, and then I move in for a kiss.
Well, if I'm on a third date, I must be feeling you to some extent. If you go on a first date and you're not interested, you're not somebody who like I said, I'm usually dating exclusively. Mm-hmm. So if you're on a third date, okay, I might like you a little bit. If you reach in for a little kiss or something, okay, I might not react. And this just depends on your vibe, your energy, how I feel, and whatever like the moment is. If we having an awkward moment somewhat and whatever, you just make it mad awkward. You just like, can I kiss you? It's just like, what the heck? Like, I hate awkwardness. I hate awkwardness. Let it flow. Yeah. That's what I mean by you gotta read me a little bit. Let it flow. If our energies are connected, it's gonna flow, baby.
I hate to say that people have to be mind readers. However, I do believe that if you don't got no game, you ain't got no game.
Basically.
And fuck it. Like, that's not gonna work for me. And I feel like if you ask permission, I am okay with that. I have had guys that ask permission, and I do think that's sweet. It's a little awkward, but it's sweet. Other than that, if you see me literally doing like this,
Bob and weave it.
Right, when you were laying there, I'm leaning back.
I've had several experiences, like at least a couple of experiences in the last like 6 months where I was like, and still nigga was like making it mandatory to put his fucking face on my face.
You know what I mean? Like Smokey in the damn in the chicken coop.
And girl, I was literally in the coop. Like, the fuck?
Don't touch me, bitch.
Nigga, you see me playing dodgeball with your ass, so don't fucking rush me like that. Like, you see it. I know you see it.
That's a fact.
So, like, it throw me off when people like forcing themselves. Like, I don't like that shit. And I had like a date not too long ago where like I had to say several y'all so many times like I don't like to be touched. Like, don't touch me like that. So that's why I had to ask, because I be wondering like, does you agreeing to go on a date, does that entitle someone to fake ass affection? Because what I let him know was, I said, you don't know me well enough to want to be affectionate. So everything you're doing right now is fake and it's weird. It's forcing some shit. It's weird as fuck.
And it makes it awkward because it kind of goes back to what I said previously in a past episode with, I think it was last season, where I pretty much said, a lot of times men don't realize, we already know most times, like when we meet you, your aura, your energy, your vibe, or whatever it was that attracted me to you, or whatever the case, like a lot of times we already know if we want to give you some pussy or not, or we already know if we're going to take you there with you, or if we're even like sexually attracted to you, or that heavily sexually attracted to you in that way where it's already like, for real, I don't even give a fuck about these things.
But see, I don't know if I know like necessarily on the third date if I want to take it there. Because the first date could have been, I ain't gonna say horrible, could have been like semi-bad. And I'm like, alright, let me just give him a second chance. Like maybe. Then the second date goes semi-well, and then we go on the third date. And then the third date, I'm like, yeah, he's a weirdo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah, no, I think personal space, personal bubble, boundaries. Like, I feel like, okay, you know what? Because you spoke about boundaries earlier, so let's get into it a little bit. I feel like some boundaries don't have to necessarily be spoken.
Absolutely. Personal space is a big one.
Like, for me, I don't know. It's just certain things that I don't even know my mom really specifically raised us a certain way. But for example, you know, when you standing in a grocery store line or whatever, I'm not gonna be all up on your back. Like, I'm gonna give you some space. Even if you fart, I don't want to smell it. I'm gonna be enough, give you enough space to have your body odor, your anything. I don't want to be that close up on you.
I don't want to feel your breath.
Yeah, like even like certain things, like even being young, like my mom used to, you know, parents would get on us about certain things. Like for example, it's 6 chairs here. This person is sitting on the 6th one. Why would you sit on the chair number 5? It's like all, out of all these chairs, why you have to be right up on me?
Y'all,
why did you have to be right up on
like
me?
being in the bathroom and somebody coming to the stove right next
to you. All these
16 stoves in this motherfucker, and you decided to sit next to me.
Next to me. And so things like that, I think, are the lessons that taught me about boundaries and just kind of like personal space. And so I just kind of carried that shit carried through life with me. So I carried that into my dating as well to some extent until I kind of read a man as well. You know, there are some men who are really fine with taking their time and just not being so, you know, aggressive to the end goal. You know what I'm saying? So those are the men that generally where I kind of would gravitate to the most because they've been patient.
Yeah,
they try to act like they at least got some game to make it seem like.
And they have just some type of
self-control. That's the, like, to be honest.
And that's something so sexy about them.
It's something so sexy.
Them.
That's actually, to be honest, that's what, in my mind, self-control is what differentiates a boy from a man to me. That is the number one factor. It's not about how you look. It's not about your job. Yeah. It's not about how you, like, it's about some of those things in a different way. I'm talking about
weird. It's a game changer.
Self-control. I don't need every bitch. I know I can like, you know what I'm saying? It's just something about that alpha male, that man that just got that self-control. Like, he just know, you know what I'm saying? It's unspoken. They get it. And so I don't know. I never really had too many situations where if they don't get
it, that's what I'm talking about. About like, I ain't gonna say like either you have it or you don't, but like if you're not used to getting pussy, then maybe that's why you can't control yourself. And not saying that I want a nigga that's been around the block or nothing like that, but I don't want no thirsty ass nigga. Like, keep the thirst. Like, I've never been the type of bitch that want the loudest.
The loudest nigga in the room.
Yeah. Every bitch in the room. I got the nigga in the corner that you probably didn't even see come in and leave for real. And then, and he's very unfriendly. I like my niggas mean. I do.
Yeah.
Mark shit. Alright.
Somebody had a little lamb.
Hello.
So because we
no, just don't do it. You're PDA to yourself.
Okay, cool. So while we were also discussing boundaries and things of that nature, I kind of wanted to go into a little bit of a topic. And it kind of came from personal experience, something that I never have dealt with before. So I just kind of wanted to speak amongst my girls. I ain't gonna throw no names, cause you know what I'm saying. It's just what it is. But would you like? Okay, now I said I would cut my girls off for certain things, but it's levels to what I'm gonna actually cut y'all, like my girls off for. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, do y'all feel like your man or your significant other like following your bad best friends on the internet or on social media is a problem? And this is my outtake on it. I'm not asking y'all, but this is just, I'm just gonna throw my outtake on it. I don't have a problem with my significant other following my friends and my bad bitch friends. I only have really one request, might I say, and it's more so just like, for example, I would prefer for it to be a thing where I let you meet this person first. Like if we met and you didn't already follow this person or have a relationship with that person or anything like that, cool. But at that point, I would prefer for you more so let me introduce y'all first before you just go follow them.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like it kind of makes it weird, especially if you follow them and then you go on and you liking all the pictures on the page, you doing all this extracurricular shit trying to be seen. that's when we kind of have a problem a little bit. It's like, why are you trying so hard to get this person's attention? Like, that's not how we're going over.
And that's some female shit.
Now, if I've formally, like, kind of introduced y'all a little bit, y'all kind of met or whatever, you kind of see this person got shit going on, you could probably benefit from something, or like, anything. Like, that's family at that point. I trust, because like I said, I'm funny about people around me. I trust this person, so I'm not thinking nothing funny about it. It's just that, don't be weird. Like, let me like, introduce y'all first before you just start going through my friends list and just
follow people. When niggas do that, I think about their intentions. Now I think you trying to use me to get to my friends, and I don't like that. Or you just basically whatever's gonna bite. You a thirsty whatever's gonna bite ass nigga, which means you probably got whatever ass bite ass dick, and I'm okay.
You cool? Sure.
I was just about to say, it either gives off like community penis or your friend. Maybe it's just giving like, not so,
Thirsty,
yeah.
Maybe the new hoes. I don't know. I just think that something like that though, I wouldn't actually cut my friends off for. I think it's more just a conversation. Like, I don't even think, to be honest, I wouldn't really. There's nothing to have a conversation about. It's just. You know what I'm saying? At least session out with my nigga. If anything, I'm gonna holler at my homegirl.
You can be on probation.
And then at the same time, my homegirl will come to me if it's a problem.
Right.
I trust my homegirl enough to know she will come to me
outside the norm.
if he acting weird. Right. So I wouldn't even go.
I don't believe I don't have any meg ass friends in my camp.
Yeah.
So I think I'm good.
I would hope I don't. And to some extent, I don't. But like if they say something to me, or I just have a feeling like I know the people around me. They gonna tell me before that nigga get too far with the bullshit. But
I feel like anybody that I bring around my man is somebody that I can trust. Sorry. Somebody that I can trust. So I feel like I shouldn't have any ill thoughts of y'all being friends on social media. And if I do feel like there are some ill thoughts, like I don't like she like her picture, I probably shouldn't have you around as my friend.
That's true. That's true. That's kind of how I look at it. Like, I would never actually cut y'all off and stop speaking to y'all. I just
over follow on social media, basically.
Yeah, over like no nigga following like my homegirl. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Until she come to me and say, "Girl, this nigga been in my DM."
Yeah, he on every picture.
He, you know what I'm saying? Then at that point, it's like, I don't like that.
He want his attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
he want his presence now.
Yeah.
I think like at that situation, because you're feeling like, insecure or semi-insecure about whatever the situation is, bring it to your own girl's attention. And depending on what her response or reaction is to it, then you move forward from there.
Right.
But I do think like that shit can be so harmless.
It really can.
Yeah. And sometimes that's my whole thing. Like, at least a conversation. To actually like, I'm gonna ask you for like if it bother me that bad, I'm gonna ask you like, bitch, is this nigga in your DM? Or like, not even bother me. It's just like shit. If I feel like anything's acting weird, scheming weird, or anything, if I see too much movement, period, bitch.
What's going on?
But I don't.
But
I would never cut y'all off on no shit like that.
I wouldn't either.
Well, I think it's a level. It's not exactly coming to. If it's a friend, it's not coming to your friend as a woman. It's simply saying like,
bitch, what's up?
Like, cause it's been times where, you know what I'm saying, it's just like, block this nigga. Block this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I've had people come to me, block this nigga. You know what I'm saying? If my homegirl tell me, but then she ain't gotta give me no reason. If my bitch told me to move, bitch, I'm moving. I'm not gonna ask no questions. You know what I'm saying? Cause the same thing with me. If I say X, Y, and Z, I expect my homegirls to move. It's not to be too many questions. Those are the type of people I got around me.
Right.
Now the ones that's gonna have questions, those are the ones that's giving gray area. They in the middle, and I'm not really sure about you probably, because if you got a question about it, then you got some type of.
I mean, you was already feeling.
You was plotting the problem.
And I feel like social media is so like trivial for real, and you can't let.
Well, I'm not thinking just social media though. I'm just talking about like in general as a whole.
Okay, well,
not just social, just kind of.
I feel like it plays on. I feel like if you cut your friend off, it plays on your insecurity. It shows how insecure you are. Like,
no, that's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Especially if you haven't even had the balls to address it.
That's the thing. I'm gonna have a if that's really my homegirl, I'm gonna have a conversation. It's never gonna be a situation where no nigga is gonna be a thriving force between me and my homegirl.
Yeah.
Like I'm just simply going to.
What's up out here.
But yeah, I'm never gonna just cut you off and not explain nothing to you or not have a conversation, not even try to figure out what went left. But I just probably really wouldn't.
If it's about a nigga, yes. But if it's some other weird shit, I might just be like, I think I'm good on you. And I know that sounds fucked up. I be trying to check myself and not do shit like that. But sometimes
it's not fucked up.
Some people weird as shit, dog.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's fucked up, especially if you're doing it for your own sanity, your own mental peace.
This is not even a topic. It's not on the list. But do y'all feel like it's something wrong with somebody who sends you an invitation to their birthday that's 2 months away on your birthday?
It's nothing wrong with them. They're just selfish.
That's some weird. It didn't show up to none of your shit, but sent you a message, an invite 2 months early on your birthday.
Yeah, no.
It's the weird. It's the weirdest shit.
That's some weird ass
It's the
shit.
weirdest
It's
shit
weird.
I have ever experienced. And it got me looking at like, what the?
I don't think I'm gonna get that cramp too.
I don't know.
But no, I feel like it's selfish. It's weird.
It's suspicious.
It's
gray area. It's gray area behavior because it's just like.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Like,
I don't know.
Did you realize it was my birthday? Did you try to ruin my birthday by bringing up your birthday like I care today because it's my birthday?
Right. And then threw up a post the next day after my birthday. And it's like,
bitch, I don't care. It's my month. Okay.
No, it's
sit back and wait for yours.
But the thing is, that birthday wasn't until literally the year of 23. So it was just like it was no point.
It was literally 2 months out. My birthday was.
And it wasn't
the day of, like,
no, it was a dinner.
What? I thought she was gonna say vacation.
Like, bitch, I'm not even gonna remember that.
If it was a vacation, I might have understood. Maybe you just didn't realize what today was.
Yeah.
But no, it was like to a dinner, and it's 2 months from now.
No, I just feel like you were being.
You're a weird ass bitch.
Selfish,
You are a
stingy, and weird.
You are a
Like,
weird ass bitch, and I think.
And then to still not show up to my shit, like even after you sent your post or your message, how you think I'm
We
gonna come to your
talk
shit? You had no intention of coming to my shit, like
because I'm fucking questions.
Bitch weird. And I've been excusing weird shit, and people been coming to me like, you don't think that bitch weird? And I be like, nah.
Who is telling you to excuse this shit? Go with the guts.
Weird.
Okay, if the guts say so, you go
We
with her.
are-
She'll got you forever.
We are friends.
And you know, and that's one thing that I really kind of grasped to in the last few years. Like I really had to learn, like, bitch, stop ignoring her.
Yes.
Like she is talking to you, and you just sitting here like
Honestly, she is your higher self.
she's
Yes.
like for
Yes.
real. And it's just like your instinct is never wrong.
It's not.
Literally every time that I go against that shit, it be that exact same shit. They be like, wow, bitch.
I'm
Like,
so tired of saying I knew
I
that
knew
shit.
it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
So now I literally live by my instincts now.
Yeah.
To some extent, like I mean, you know, I try to be in my thoughts too much, but like certain shit, like my birthday is August 13th. My father once told me like I got expelled from school, right? And he basically was just like, I don't know why you keep doing shit. Like your birthday is on the 13th, like you ain't never had no luck. You know, and then like that shit resonated with me. And for the rest of my life, I always think like when I think about going against my gut, I always say, bitch, you ain't never had no luck. And that nigga was right. So I'm gonna go with that shit. Like, and usually it be a thing, but then there's two sides to the instinct though. And this might take us so far over time, y'all, so bear with us, but we gotta preach on this one. I was just telling her the other day how in some way I gotta learn how to shut my motherfucking mouth. My motherfucking mouth!
Martina, are you watching? I'm still watching.
Y'all, my mouth has ruined
I know.
so
I
many
know.
things.
I've come a long way. I know I've come a long way.
Oh my
I
God.
know how my attitude
You're
is.
back to preach.
But a nigga literally said to me the other day, and this time I know I've come a long way. He was like, "You really be knowing when to shut the fuck up," and I was like,
Oh.
"Pat me on the back, bitch. I have grown up."
Look, that part.
Making me hot. I have grown up, but real men put you in that space where you want to shut the fuck up.
Like
That's
Jill
a fact.
said, you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do.
And if you can't,
If you can't tell me what to do,
Exactly.
then that's
That
what to do.
That was the realest thing I swear I've ever heard.
me
I
too.
was
It
like,
echoes in my head all the time.
all the time. All the time.
But see, the younger me would take that as
Nigga, what? I'd have been like, what you mean? I don't shut the fuck up for nobody. Fuck you,
Yeah, the
nobody.
girl.
The younger
That
me
was
would've
definitely me.
would've been-
The fuck do you mean? Like,
growing up is
Girl.
you gotta pay attention to yourself. that shit is so disgusting.
It's disgusting,
Yeah.
but
I
at the
can't
same
watch it.
time, I think some of it also comes from like unhealed trauma that we don't
Yes.
realize until we get older. Like
Being
it's
triggered
our
by
generation
everything.
and the millennials. It's our generation that really kind of got to the point of, look, y'all, this
Address the issue.
We all want to address the issue.
Yeah.
We so sick of our
Like I
family
said, we are the
bullshit and
generation
just
of the I be damned.
yeah, and that is the facts like shit, and I really love that about us to like on so many levels for real. When it comes to just like business ownership, purchasing property, like we just doing things that a lot of our families have not done, and so to some extent, I really respect us, the millennials for that. People talk shit about millennials, but we done been there.
We changed
Honestly,
the
the middle
world.
of gold.
This is
We're
the
such
conversation
a
I had the
pivotal
other day.
generation.
The generation before us had this blueprint that they just went by. Things have evolved so much to where we don't have a blueprint. We're going off of whatever the fuck we feel, whatever the fuck we.
That's
think
because
is-
ain't nobody staying no job for 30 years and being mistreated. And
Yeah,
getting no
we're at
ass
different
pay.
time.
Ain't nobody doing that shit no more.
We figured it out. A lot of us have figured out the real blueprint.
Yeah.
The real blueprint, the one that's below the surface level. Because,
Exactly.
like, you have to really, I don't know, I think we are the only generation that really cared enough to further educate ourselves. Our older generations, they just kind of went off the textbook, but they was told in school that the lies, the bullshit,
Programming.
the programming, and whatever they said on TV, they believe that shit. We like, what?
Because who said that?
We gonna get in there, we gonna figure out who the fuck said that shit, and we gonna figure it out, we gonna prove it. The fuck you talking about? And we're gonna do something totally different from what they did. And it's like, to some extent, they hate us for that shit, but I love us for that. You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all remember? I mean, maybe y'all don't remember because I'm a little bit older than y'all, but when I was growing up, they used to say like, all these kids asking why now, or all these kids asking why now, and I wonder if that trickled over to us being adults and still asking why, because we were those kids they were.
Yeah, that's so that like.
But that is why we build the way that we build and why we discovered the way that we discovered, because we are the why. We want to know why and how we can improve on whatever it is that how can we make things more convenient. And it's been a little bit detrimental, but it's also been great.
I think
I
it's
heard
been more
some new science
positive
shit today that blew
than
my mind, y'all.
What was it?
It's about like fusion, nuclear fusion of energy. But we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, okay.
But it was dope as shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Times are changing.
Nothing to get like.
Oh shit, shit about to get lit. It's about to be lit.
Okay.
In a good way. We'll talk about it later.
Have y'all watched the 100?
Yeah, girl.
No.
Yeah,
Netflix, Hulu,
It's on
TV.
Netflix. Y'all need to watch
Okay.
the 100.
Yeah, my toes know.
I don't watch TV that often. I need to. I try to
stuff
tap
you
into
like,
certain
yeah.
stuff and people
Yeah.
tell me to
Me
watch
too, I'm the
stuff,
same
but
way. It take me a while
TV
to
be
finish
watching
it.
me. I rarely even turn it on now. Like I be busy. What's I was going somewhere with that though, and I spoke about taking it back and how we was gonna be sitting here for a minute because I was going to speak on it.
Oh Lord, I done forgot.
We got so far from there.
It's okay though, but
yeah.
it's a great first episode.
Yeah, I know. Will. All right, y'all. So if y'all don't have any other statements or anything that we have covered tonight,
It's been a great episode of Black. I missed you guys. This has been dope.
I miss you here. I mean, we're gonna talk our shit.
Yes, run my mouth.
Yeah. So
And it's really good to see y'all. I had like such a hectic day today, and this was really a good release.
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah. Always is.
So any special events this weekend, ladies? Anything you got going on? Any?
I don't.
But chill, I'm gonna miss outside as inside a little bit.
It's too cold.
It's cold. It's definitely cold.
It's
We're
cold.
gonna celebrate Shalonda's birthday on Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to
Londa.
her.
Happy almost birthday, girl.
Birthday girl of the SAG season.
Yeah.
She's wrapping up the SAG season for us.
Yes.
So, happy early
The
birthday.
Birthdays be like,
Birthdays used to be terrible. Like that's how we've been celebrating. We've been like
That's why I'm
turned up
tired.
for like
Since July.
3 seasons straight.
you did something that other day.
No, because we went
Actually,
to
I feel like
Miami in May, I think.
I've been back and forth to Miami since February. This
Yeah,
year
nice,
has
nice.
just been like that, and I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it. I love traveling.
I'm just
But-
I'm just catching a breather, and then yeah.
I think that's gonna be a topic though, because I really do want to kind of express myself and talk about like the struggles of being an entrepreneur food to some extent, and like being self-employed and stuff like that, and just like for me, my life, I didn't indulge myself in so much shit that, and right now, like I can have the money and might not even be able to move. I can't travel. I sometimes I might have a client on Tuesday, or clients on Tuesday, clients on Thursday. Might have been free on Wednesday, but still,
that's
people
work-life balance.
People back to back, and the work-life balance is just so not there right now that I'm just like, damn, I ain't traveling in a minute. Like I used to be gone, but like I gotta hustle so hard, so much harder now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have that consistent check coming in. If I don't work, I don't get paid. I don't have no leave. You know, stuff like that. So it's just like it's so different, and so now I'm really seeing the battle that people kind of struggle with a little bit, that shift, because I don't have employees that I work, so I can't go nowhere. Like
2023 will be some changes.
I was about to sell these houses. But yes, they will get into that too. I would hope to have some like really successful people who've done this shit and can like further educate us. And really educate us on like ways to make things a little bit easier as far as work-life balance. So as an entrepreneur, so if you're out there, we are looking for you. Come educate us. And like put us on to some some new hustles, some new ways of making money and all of that, because everybody wants that, right? All right, y'all. So Shay, you have some holiday sales and things going on.
Seamus has been on the horizon for a while, and I'm ready to finally let it out. So today, Seamus started. So promo code is SHEAMAS, so SHEAMAS with the exclamation point at the end for all orders over $50. So enjoy shopping. And the promo does end on Christmas, so get it in.
All right, y'all. Go shop Confident Look Cosmetics. That's confidentlook.com. Everything's spelled with a K. Confident.look.cosmetics. On Instagram also, lashes $85 for a month. Got some new changes too coming to that, to the services side of things as well, but we'll get into that. Make sure y'all got anything? Make sure y'all follow us on YouTube. It's THESESSION.PODSHOw. If y'all are interested in coming on the show, if you have some good topics you want to talk about, something that you want to get off your chest, if you have a talent, you have a brand, anything like that, y'all can email us. Yeah, artists of any sort, we fuck with you. So if you fuck with us, we fuck with you. So y'all can email us now at THESESSION.PODSHOW, and then that way at gmail.com. And so just send in your inquiry, let us know what you got going on, and we would love to connect with you. Also follow us on Instagram, THESESSION.PODSHOW. And until then, I guess we will see y'all next time.
And remember, we are monthly now, so there will be no more seasons. You're going to be able to keep up with us, and we're going to keep up with you.
Keeping up with
us. Winding down all the time together now and turning up together all the time.
And we do have some cool, I got some good news yesterday, y'all. So hopefully in the coming next year, we just got some great things coming. I can't wait to like drop that. Shout out to Chris Walls. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. We definitely appreciate you. And shout out to Uncensored Network as well. Hey, Brian.
Birthday twin.
All right. I know, right? All right. So, all right, y'all. We're going to wrap up this season 3, episode 1.
Merry
Technically
Christmas.
season 1 of the session, but it's
Happy holidays.
So.